What can you say about the defense in the last 9+ minutes or so? You hold them to 4 field goals, get some steals, some blocks. Just what did you see there in that closing stretch?
Yeah, I think, the second half, holding them to 21 points and then making a lot of the shots contested, Caden rim protecting and just scrapping was important. We leave a lot of, we missed some threes, some layups, had some untimely turnovers, not as many as we have in some of the other games, but the defense, I think they got a good example of if you lock down, it can help you withstand either a drought or hot and cold offense, or cold offense, I should say. So for them to do that, Kihei to work on the ball and still some errors, but closer to what it's going to take to be in games and hold in there. And the first 10 minutes of the game was really good defensively. And I thought we got stretched and got a little soft on the ball and didn't play the same way. And then we regained it a little bit in the second half.
Jeff White. Did you have a follow-up?
Yeah, I did quickly, if I could. Just Tony, with the foul trouble to Caden and to Jaden and the front and Francisco, the front court players, how much does that impact what you could do and in the second half?
I mean, it's just we got guys that got some foul trouble. I played Caden with 4. Jaden got in foul trouble. They said Poppy got in foul trouble, and a couple times we went with either Cody at the 4 or even Igor, because they would sub in and play small ball, and so we tried to match up, but it just was one of those where it was the next man up and they had to do it by committee. But we got back to our lineup at the end. I thought Carson did he did a nice job. I put him in the second half. We were struggling to score, and he hit a big 3 and had another one in and out. And I thought that everyone was an important part of this win in different ways. Yeah, Poppy fouled at the end of the half, and I said, you'll probably never do that again after making that error. And then I thought he gave us a good lift. And there was, before the game, the idea of you're going to make mistakes, you're going to miss shots, there's going to be things that happen, but just play with a spirit of competitiveness and a spirit of joy. That's what we talked about. And I think part of this team has to just play and play beyond mistakes and keep growing and learning, because you see a lot of the things where we're still struggling and new, but then there's those stretches where, okay, this is what's going to take for us to be solid.
Jeff White.
Tony, Caden did not do a ton offensively, but he had 7 rebounds and blocked the 4 shots. Where is he in his development? This is the first time in his career he's really played extensively.
Yeah, and we've talked about this before, Jeff. This is the first time for, a lot of these guys playing significant minutes. I thought Caden's offensive rebound and drew the foul was significant in this game. And he's a little at times unsure when he gets it. You can see we have that with some guys. They get to spots and they're not comfortable taking a shot and just in rhythm and letting it come. And I think that has to improve and has to come, and it will. And this is just the experiences you go through. But I want him to, when he has a good look at a baseline shot or a high post jumper, in rhythm, take it. If he gets it in the lane, 7-8 feet away, rise up, shoot that jump hook. He's got some things he can do, and it's just continuing to find himself, but then not letting up in the other areas. Same thing with Reese. They played him very, it's way off, and he's got to take some of those shots, and then sometimes he can just slash and play. But that's hard when people do that and your shot's not on and they're off, and you can sort of get lost in your own, like, oh, what's next? But he still made some plays with his defense and made some big free throws and a couple slashing plays, and we'll just keep figuring it out how to get better and better.
Mike Barber.
Yeah, Tony, Armand and his reputation as a 3-point shooter, he had a rough night from 3 and found other ways to score, the mid-range jumper, moving without the ball. What did you like about Armand's offensive game without the threes?
Well, first, I liked how he defended and rebounded. And I know that's not the question, but I think that was important. He had to do the job, and we needed him to rebound. And I was standing here when you asked him the question, and you let him know that he had a rough night shooting. So that's always good to know. No, I'm just kidding you. But he got good looks, and he shot the pull up. He got to the rim, and he did show some completeness. And he's such a humble young man. All these guys are, and I want them to just play with freedom And, he had a great look early. He didn't take it. And he said, well, I wanted to, move the ball a little bit. I said, that's okay. I said, but when you're open in rhythm, green light, let it fly. I wish my coach would have said that to me when I was a player. My coach was really restrictive. It was really tough playing for him. And so I try not to do that. My dad was my coach.
Yeah.
You guys don't know what I'm talking about here.
And-
But he did some more things, Mike, that you showed. The pull up, the drives, some nice passes, things like that.
He's-
0 turnovers too, right? Yeah.
That was my second question was, I know I asked you last game a ton about the turnovers. You cut down on them big time, but was that something your guys did well tonight? Different in the defense, or what did you see there?
Well, we were sure with the ball. We still had some untimely ones, a couple here and there, but that's huge for us. The ability to those areas. I keep saying them, but take care of the ball. Don't give up as many offensive rebounds, and then not give up any of the transition baskets. You got to be as solid as you can in those areas. And there was a lot of mistakes made by both teams, missed shots, missed layups, and just some things that were a little uncharacteristic. But those are two new teams. Georgia's old, but they're new. They got, I think they start 4 fifth-year guys, and then they started Jabri tonight, but they're old, but they're new to Coach Crean, and just like a lot of our guys are new, and you just see a little bit of there's not a comfort level yet, and hopefully we'll keep finding ourselves.
Two more questions. Greg Madia.
Yeah, Tony, just to follow up on Armand's defense, he had the 3 steals and a block also. Where's he at in kind of learning what you guys want to do defensively, and how much of an adjustment is it from what he was doing in Indiana?
Well, Coach Miller did a great job with him at Indiana. They played a similar system to us, and he was, I believe, held accountable to being in position. Armand's a smart player. He has feel for the game, and he understands position. A couple of games early on, he didn't get on the glass as much, and some guys beat him off the dribble, but I thought he really spread out and kept the guy in front and was attentive to just the whole position, a whole possession, being in gaps, closing out, keeping guys in front, and then coming back and rebound. And that's important. And so I thought he took a step with his aggressiveness offensively tonight, and then made an improvement with his defense overall as well.
Mike Griffith, last question.
Yeah, Coach, I just want to ask you what you see out of Coach Crean's team, and if you could just give us some background on Jabri and what you think Georgia fans might see from him this year.
Yeah, well, Coach Crean is, an excellent coach, and having coached at Wisconsin, when Coach was at Marquette, some wars when we had Devin Harris. I was an assistant, and he had Dwayne Wade. You talk about 2 special players, but Coach Crean he's so organized. His teams run good stuff, and he does a heck of a job. And it's challenging in college basketball now when you have the newness of teams. And so I wish him nothing but the best, and I know he's a man of character and tries to do things the right way. And I don't know him super well, but I respect him a lot and know him well enough to appreciate how hard he works and what he's, his success over the years. Jabri, I wish Jabri was still with us. I wish all the guys that had transferred were still here, but that's just not the way things are. Jabri can really score, and he can draw fouls, he can create, and he's a good young man. And I think he'll just get more and more comfortable and get better. And he can, has a mid-range game. He had so many shots that were in and out, and he's got a scoring mentality and good size, and he loves the game. And so I hope, I told our team 2 days ago, I said, if Jabri has a big game, I said, I'll be the first to shake his hand and say congratulations, and I hope it goes well for him. But that's the landscape of college basketball, and now you tend to your team, and I'm thankful for the guys we got, Jaden and Armand. It's just, hopefully we just build our team. But like I said, wish those guys well.